Danny and I are heading out on an epic journey.
We've got a really important mission.
A year ago, we bought a 1935 Auburn Phaeton convertible from Jan and Sandy in South Dakota. Oh my gosh, wow. An Auburn wasn't a car for the common man. It was a car for movie stars and the rich and famous. I tell you what, I'd do $26,000 on the car.
$26.50. That's what
I like you. $26.50. We did the deal, we pulled it out, and I made a promise to Jan that I've never forgotten.
I just drove it up the driveway.
That's it?
Yeah.
You never drove it any farther than that?
No.
Well, I'll tell you what, if we get this thing running, I'm gonna bring it back here and you're gonna drive it.
Well, that'll be wonderful.
I wanna keep my word. So 13 plus hours later, we finally make it to Doug Pray's in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Frankie and I picked Doug Pray a couple years ago, and his father bought out the Auburn Cord Duesenberg factory when it closed down. This guy is an expert when it comes to Auburn, Cord, and Duesenberg restoration. So he's the go-to guy for repairing these cars.
Oh my gosh!
This is the one?
This is the car.
It looks amazing.
Doug!
Hey!
What's
You made
up,
it.
man? So what we're doing is we're driving this car back to South Dakota. I made a commitment to the guy I bought it from, and unfortunately, he's passed away since then.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, the first thing that I thought of when I heard that Jan passed away was Sandy. And the second thing I thought of was I'm not gonna be able to keep my word to this man now. Both of those things weighed heavy on my mind. So, you know, we're gonna go see his wife, and, you know, I just feel like I need this trip, we need this trip.
Yeah.
You know, we need this trip. There's no better way to honor him and this car than to drive it to South Dakota. I'm gonna fire this thing up.
All right.
Get in, Frank.
My beard ain't that thick yet.
That's it.
This car is running sweet, man. This is probably how Jan remembered it when he was younger. Thanks, buddy.
Man, you did a good job. That looks good.
Bringing this car back to life and honoring it for what it is just as awesome as finding it in the first place.
There they go, all the way to South Dakota.
I think she'll make it.
I think he's heading the wrong direction, but maybe he'll find his way.
The whole thing seems like a dream. Finding the car in a barn, sending it to a guy that's the Auburn expert, and then picking it up and taking it home, man. Even though Jan isn't with us, he is still the reason we took this trip. This is gonna be awesome.
This is gonna be pretty cool. I think this is gonna be a little
Love this.
emotional, honestly.
It's gonna be pretty incredible.
Oh my
Hey, honey.
Oh, how wonderful.
This is Danielle.
Nice to
This
finally
is
meet
Danielle.
you.
She works with us.
Oh,
Want to see the car? Remember I told you we were gonna come back?
yeah. I didn't really expect the car to come back, but when they came back today, I was so excited.
This is the original leather interior.
And he put the top down for you.
Yeah, the top actually works, but I figure you'd want it down,
Yeah.
you know? Mechanically, the car's been gone through, but we really just paid attention to keeping the history of the car, you know?
It's beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
You look at all the different colors of blue.
It is. It just took my breath away. It was so nice to see it again and working.
Do you think Jan would approve?
Oh, he would love it. He would. Do I get a ride?
Yes, you get a ride. Yes, you get a ride.
I
We
want
can't
to
come
get
all the way here
something.
without giving you a ride. The feels that came from that moment were just a little intense for me. I didn't really anticipate that kind of a... It's a cry fest in my head.
Here's Jan, and he's going to ride with us.
No!
Yeah.
All right, I love that. All right, here, let me get the door for you guys. Where you want to go?
Down the road.
All right, down the road we go.
Here we go, Jan. I knew he was looking down and saying, hooray.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I figured you'd want the top down.
I wanted it down. I love it down. I felt like I was 20 years old. Take me to the casino, sir. Jan would love it.
All right, we're doing it.
First thing she wanted to do was hit the casino so she could show all of her friends. And it was the cutest thing ever. We wanted this to be a celebration of Jan's life.
Hey, look at that car for Jan.
Let's go get an old fashioned
Let's do it.
and some French toast.
Woo! Let me grab
this place is huge. Oh, wow. So much room. Oh, my gosh. Wow. What year is the trailer?
It's a 1947 Curtiss Wright trailer designed by Wally Byam.
Wally Byam is the mastermind and the creator of Airstream trailers. But when World War II started, he shut down Airstream. Curtiss Wright had three things going for it. One, it had the skill. Two, it had the material. And three, it had the employees. What they needed was Wally Byam to help them with the design.
It's 20 feet long overall.
This looks all original on the inside.
It is pretty original.
Wally Byam designed trailers for a very short time for Curtiss Wright before he opened Airstream again. So this is unbelievable. Very cool. So you gonna sell this?
No, not so much. I would like to restore it because my big dream is to drive it around Canada and the U.S.
No kidding. That's a great dream.
With a vintage 1947 truck.
Oh, wow.
Or a Woody.
It's been quite a big effort to keep all of this, and it is expensive to keep it. Come on back. Let me show you an airplane over here.
Okay. No, wow, man.
Wow.
Look at the engine on that, Robbie. Look at that radial
Look at the
engine.
radial.
This
Whoa.
is an all-original 1930 airplane that came from San Bernardino. It was last flown just before Pearl Harbor.
Really?
And when Pearl Harbor was bombed, civilian flying on the West Coast was banned. So this stayed in the hangar the whole war and never flew again. So I saw this for the very first time when the owner took me back, and we were always going to refinish it, and I desperately wanted to take him flying it one last time.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
unfortunately, he got cancer and died, but he left it to me. And,
Really?
Wow.
So half of the people love it just the way it is.
Yeah.
The engine has bright yellow oil. It's got new compression. And it basically...
So there's basically no hours on it.
Very few. They made 3 of these at the factory in Los Angeles.
That's all they made was 3.
Only 3. At the end of World War I, the American government sold surplus Jenny airplanes. The old Jennies were big and kind of clunky, and people wanted smaller, faster, more sporty airplanes. And Populaire was built in 1930 and answered that call. Unfortunately, the Populaire came on right at the beginning of the Depression in the big stock market crash. So the company failed in 1931 or 32 after just manufacturing 3 airplanes. The one that I have is the only remaining of the 3. To find something like this unmolested, I mean, is as it was. I think the last registration up in the front cockpit is dated 1938.
I love that
I can't
logo
find
on
it.
the side. What does that say?
It says Populaire, which is the name of it, and then it says Earl Aviation Corporation.
Dang, this is so cool. So you said you've known about this plane since 1969.
Right, it's the first time.
So
I
did your dad know about this plane too?
No, he didn't know anything about it. My dad had a photo processing plant, and I had a camera, I mean, at a very early age, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years old. It was just magical. I never wanted to be like a portrait photographer or anything like that. I mean, the airplane things really interested me. I started going to the Reno Air Races, and I was sitting in the media trailer, and a man came in a suit, and he asked me if I had the pictures of the 4 winning airplanes. And I said, yes. He gives me his card, and it was from J. Walter Thompson in New York, the manager of the Champion Sparkplug account.
Wow.
That was the door.
Yeah.
And I got through the door. And then I met the Snowbirds up in Canada in 1980, flew with them, did not get sick. This is one of my signature pictures with the team that Kodak reproduced.
Oh my gosh.
In a poster. And I'm in a 10th jet, shot on Kodachrome.
Wow.
And this lasted for 33 years.
Oh my gosh. This was Rafe's moment. Everything that he ever did added up to a brilliant career and a 33-year gig. Would you even consider selling this?
I would. I mean, I want it to go to a good home. I would consider, yes.
Like the person I'm thinking of Rick. So this guy's got a museum, and it's a motorcycle museum, but it's really evolving more into transportation. So he's got like a lot of cars, and he's got all these things, but he's built these massive buildings. And he mentioned to us probably, I don't know, a year ago or something, he was wanting a plane.
Yeah.
I think it would be preserved the way it is now.
Yeah, so I think that
You know?
I think that would be
So-
outstanding.
So if I could take some pictures of it.
Sure, let's do it.
We are huge fans of Legends Motorcycle Museum in Springville, Utah. Over the years, we've sold Rick a number of things that are on display in the museum. This will be by far the largest piece that we've ever connected him with. I'll send him all this.
Oh, excellent.
Transportation history covers anything from airplanes to automobiles to bicycles to motorcycles. He's always understood that all of those things are connected to each other. Hey, did you get pics of that plane?
Yeah,
I know, the thing's insane, right?
I like it.
So do you remember about a year ago when you told my brother and I that you were looking for an airplane?
I do.
Okay, so now this is that moment that we found you an airplane. We're calling to see if you want it.
It was made in Los Angeles, Rick, in 1930. There were 3 of them made. It's a 2-seat biplane. It's got a 7-cylinder Warner Scarab Jr. I think it's 115 horse. A nice wooden propeller. It's olive drab colored fuselage with yellow wings.
Yeah.
What do you want for it?
Well, I'm looking for 35.
And it's a complete airplane ready to hang.
It's a complete airplane ready to hang, that's right.
It's pretty cool, buddy.
It is. It would look amazing in your museum.
And I've been looking for an airplane to hang in there for the last 3 or 4 years.
Well, it's a pretty unique one, for sure.
Yeah.
Looks like it's got some history behind it. I'd be interested in it. If you could help line somebody up that would load it up and get it to Utah, I would buy it.
Okay. All right, well, let me get to work on it and see what we can do.
All right, Rick, I'm gonna put you in contact with each other. And hey, congratulations, man. It's a really cool piece.
It does look nice.
Oh,
I know, right?
It's
It's nuts.
mind-blowing.
It's
It
nuts.
is. It's mind-blowing.
Hey, man, if I had about, I don't know, 20 feet more in my ceiling, I'd buy it.
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy.
I think the Popular would be a great addition to Rick's Museum in Utah.
I'm just glad we were able to put these two together. This is perfect for Rafe. Now he has the room to do what he wants to in his building. And that's a huge thing. That's one of the reasons he called us.
See you guys. See you, Rick.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right, there's the Harleys. Okay, I'm looking at it, I'm like, look at this. This is a 1936 Harley VLD with a Goulding sidecar. So he loves these Goulding sidecars, man.
Yeah.
Harley made a VLH, which was an 80-inch, and the VLD was a 74-inch, but it was considered high performance. Hotter cams and ported cylinders. This is a pretty rare bike. This is a 36. It was the last year of the VL. When they were making this bike, they were making the 36 knucklehead. Changed everything for them. This is a beautiful bike. So this is, again, same thing, rider's restoration. Yeah. I can see it's missing the toolbox. It's got the right headlight. It's got the right spotlights. It's got the earlier spotlights on it. It's got the right amp meter. This is an accessory Speedo. Look at these caps on here, man. Maybe he made these, I don't know.
He could have.
Got a later air cleaner on it. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. This is a desirable bike as well. I mean, a JD is a desirable bike. From 1921 to 1929, Harley made the JD. This is a 24. This is a pivotal year because this is the last year of the loop frame and it's the first year of the big port motor. Got his paint job, man. You ever heard of Earl Scheib?
Yeah.
It's an Earl Scheib, man. So this sidecar, this frame was really rough. It's super pitted.
Oh, yeah.
You know, look at that, man. What are you guys thinking about doing with these?
We're gonna have to sell them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To find one of these bikes would be incredible. But there's 5 bikes here. 5. Woo!
Yeah.
I love it when Mike buys motorcycles. I encourage Mike to buy motorcycles because they bring in a good amount of revenue and they never sit around. Someone's always wanting to buy a bike.
So these have probably been sitting 20 years too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see.
I would say at least.
Yeah, it's tough, you know, without hearing these things run. That's
Right.
the biggest thing. Here's what I know. There's 5 bikes here that haven't ran in 20 years. I can look at the quality of the restoration. Then I'm looking at all the incorrect parts that are on most of the bikes. Okay, that's the stuff that I can see. What I can't see or hear is the bikes running, feel the bikes shifting, riding the bikes. And that's where I'm just kind of in my mind trying to figure all this out because, to be honest with you, I love all of the bikes. I love the 24 JD, the 36 VL, the 4-cylinder, the 37 Chief, the 34 Chief. They're all incredible bikes. This is one man's life. This is his hard work. He's had his hands on every single one of these bikes. And so I'm trying to navigate which one I want to buy. And that's hard because each one of them have something really special going on in my mind as far as like the year and the type of bike. All of this is overwhelming. It's like I need a moment to kind of just step back, look around at some other stuff and decide what I want to do here. You know, I'm looking at everything here and it's like, my thoughts are just with these bikes.
So Liz, this lion sign right here, I'm really interested in. It's pretty ravaged,
Right.
but it's porcelain. I know there's different versions of this lion sign. This one's pretty rare. Is it double-sided? Do you
I
know?
don't know.
Is this one you want to sell?
Sure.
I think we can
Yeah,
do that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking $3,000. I'm taking a little bit of a risk because I can't see the other side of it. But I don't see this sign very often, so I know for sure if I've got it in the shop, someone's gonna come in and buy it.
Could we do like 32?
You know what, actually, this bird cage back here, I've been eyeing this since we've been in here. Look how cool that is.
That is cool.
It says these birds were caught stealing gas and replaced with lively AC spark plugs. So how about if we do these two for 34?
I think that's fair.
Yes, all right. I know that this piece will sell in the shop because we bought one before and it sold like that.
Let's see what this looks like inside here. There are some significant bikes here. That is clean, man. That's what I understand the most, and that's what I'm hoping to leave here with. It also depends on how they run.
Right.
You know, every one of these bikes has value if it runs right, it shifts right. To rebuild a 4-cylinder engine is a minimum of 25 grand.
Right.
I mean, in my head was just spinning as far as like, you know, the what ifs and everything and the incorrect parts and trying to straighten things out. And I mean, after looking over everything and just kind of assessing, you know, what the bikes are gonna need to get them running, looking at the type of restoration that's on the bike, what's incorrect parts-wise and what's correct parts-wise. Even the smallest thing like this sidecar frame being as broken and pitted as it is, I mean, it all affects the number.
Right.
After looking at the bikes and crawling around them and just trying to decide on which one I want to walk away with, it's like, I don't want to leave any of them behind. I'm
Right.
thinking about all the bikes. That's the 4-cylinder in the house, that's the 36, that's the 24, and the 37 and the 34 Chiefs. There's 5 bikes here, which is 5 times the issues, but also 5 times the opportunity. I'd pay $135,000 for all of them.
$135,000. When I heard the number, it stuck right here in my throat.
That's where I want to throw my hat in the ring.
Okay.
That's all 5 bikes that we've looked at. $135,000 for 5 bikes is 27 grand a piece. Are some worth more? Man, I hope so. It depends on how they run. But that's where I felt I needed to be with the quality of the restoration, the incorrect parts, and just the fact that I have no idea how all of this stuff is gonna pan out when it comes to getting this stuff running. I've got a friend that owns a museum in Maggie Valley, North Carolina. He's worked on a lot of bikes for us in the past, and I would love to get these up there and get his hands on these with his help. I think we can get them running and put them back on the road. Each one is gonna be a journey, whether it's tires or cleaning the fuel tank or finding the right part or making the bike shift, whatever it is. There's so many different things that could happen with one of these bikes. The linchpin is how they are mechanically. That is the deciding factor on the real value.
Think we could have a minute to maybe discuss it, maybe?
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right.
My dad's handprints are all over those.
Yeah.
And he spent a lot of time with them, and he was very proud of them.
We can't hold on to everything. The opportunity is here, and
Over and over again in my mind, I have imagined this situation with my daughter, Charlie. I think every collector does. You know, once you start acquiring so much stuff, that's even overwhelming to me sometimes when I think about all the parts and all the bikes and all that stuff that I've worked so hard to collect over all of these years. If something was to happen to me, how would Charlie navigate that, you know? So I can empathize with what Elizabeth is going through. So have you guys thought about it at all? Where you're gonna be on them or where you wanna be on them?
Yeah.
When I saw Mike looking at the bikes and I seen, you know, his excitement, of course, spouting off a lot of things that I didn't know, that kind of made me feel less anxious about getting rid of those. We thought about it, and I think that we could do that because we want someone to really appreciate these. We don't want them to sit in a garage.
Yep.
Yeah.
For another 20 years,
Right.
right?
Right. We want somebody to enjoy them as much
Appreciate
as
it.
my dad did.
Right.
All of these things represent something that none of us can buy, and that's time. But we're gonna get them running.
Thank you.
I know that he's going to do what's right for them and hopefully get them on the road and somebody enjoying them and doing what they were made to do.
Hello! This guy's got some stuff. Hey, I'm Mike.
Hey, Mike, John.
This is Jersey
Hey,
John.
I'm John.
Hey, John.
Nice to meet you. Good name.
Larry, so you got a hex tube here?
Looks like you got a lot of stuff that's on that list.
When you first walk into this place, it's like the back room of a Cabela's.
He's got furniture, taxidermy, he's got bicycles, he's got all kinds of weird stuff in there. This is like gonna be a really good pick.
So what's going on? This looks like expensive real estate to store your collection.
It is. That's why we're selling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Glad to see you. I've always been a seller. I buy with value in mind, and I've learned how to value everything from artifacts to real estate.
Danny said you own the whole mall.
We do. I'm now wanting to clear out this space because I have actually national tenants that are looking at this space. And I've got a lot of what I consider nice things in here, but they're nothing I can take with me. It's just more material things.
Let's take a look around.
So I mean, look at this bike, man.
I know, I saw the hex tube, it's
I
beautiful.
know. This is like 47, 48.
That's an aluminum, isn't it? The frame is aluminum.
Yeah, it's aluminum, and then if you look at the lug work on it, that's cast aluminum.
Yep, cast.
In 1934, Monarch Silver King advertised that they had an aluminum alloy bike that was 3 times stronger and way lighter than steel, which meant a faster bicycle. Try picking it up, Jersey. It's not like an aluminum bike today.
No, it's heavy. It's heavy.
Yeah, the gauge of the aluminum and everything is different. This is the same material that airplanes were being made out of, trains were being made out of. It was a beautiful time in American design, the 1930s and 40s. That's a hard bike to find.
Yeah.
I mean, everything on
You don't
this
ever see 'em.
chrome-wise needs to be redone. These fenders, it came chrome. The chain guard was chrome.
Got the rear light.
That's upside down. So somebody's pulled it apart, though. Maybe somebody's put this.
It's got a 3-speed rear hub, Mike.
Yeah, Stormy Archer.
Yeah, it's got Schwinn wheels.
It looks like a barn find. Do you remember where you got it?
It was a barn find. I've not had that bike forever. I probably had it 3 or 4 years. The guy that found it brought it to me. I didn't
Okay.
actually find it. He
Was it found locally?
Yes.
It's incredible to me that a bike like this was sitting in a barn 3 years ago. Is this something you'd consider selling?
Let me think about it, Mike.
No, I tell you what, it's a rare bike.
My interest pretty wide and over a long period of time. When I was about 18 years old, I decided I really wanted a motorcycle, and I really got into that in a big way. I like books, I like to read, I do hunting and I do fishing. I've also liked cars for a long time, still do.
Come on, I saw this clock over here. I want to show you this. The watch repairing clock, which is interesting.
There should be a switch over there.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Okay, we got
Wow.
some neon going.
Yeah, so it's got the outer ring in neon. It's an advertising clock for a watchmaker. The can's nice, neon works, clock works. It's a really nice piece, got the tin back. What are you thinking on something like this?
Probably around $700.
Wow.
You think more?
I think it's worth more than double than what that is. I'll give you $1,500 for the clock.
I'm never opposed to going in.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice piece. Nice graphics on the clock with the blue numerals and the dial.
Right, yes.
You got that for cheap money then?
Well, I picked it up, and I just like the subject matter with the watch repair.
Yeah.
And I've actually had some people just want this so bad, but they won't pay for it.
Well, I'm on it for $1,500.
You got it.
Everything's in great shape of this thing. This is a really fantastic piece. All right. Whew.
When I was a younger guy, I couldn't stand to see a car go to the junkyard. You know, I would rescue it.
Yeah.
And put it away somewhere so someday maybe that I could do something with
Stash it. This guy has saved everything from concept cars to hot rods. I mean, he has an amazing collection.
I got something in here I think you'd like. It's something from the 30s.
Okay.
It's an old carnival ride. We got to move a lot of stuff. It's like a 36 Packard. It's way back in that corner in there.
All righty. So I crawl over a pile, and I look down, and I can just see the fender. I mean, this thing is buried.
It's
okay,
way,
I can see the
way back in there.
I can see the steering wheel.
Yeah, way back in there.
Oh, yeah, that is way back. For what I can see, this thing is sexy. So it's a carnival piece. It doesn't have any pedal drivetrain in it. A lot of these older pedal cars are longer, they're wider, they're heavier, they're overbuilt. And a lot of these cars ended up as carnival rides. That's not unusual. I mean, for me to even mess around with trying to get this thing out, I mean, what are you thinking on it?
I'm looking $500 out of it. It's got to be worth that. That'd be a neat piece.
500 sounds like it's doable. So I start going for it, start digging this thing out. There's all this like exercise equipment on top of it. All right.
Get it?
So as soon as I get it chest height, I want to twist and maneuver it over to Frank and let him take some of the weight of this thing.
I mean, you're working, dude.
And I'm not complaining, man. I mean, this is what it's all about. Finding something like this, pulling it out, working hard for it, and then reaping the benefits.
All right, let's see what's going on here. Grill's pretty good shape.
From the front grille to the back end of the car, it's streamlined, it's airflow, it's beautiful.
Looks like you need like a little piece to hold it up there.
It shows its history, it shows its age, but it also shows this thing was a carnival ride. You know, it's got a heavy pan welded to the bottom of it. The drivetrain is gone. It's beat to hell, but it's still cool. Where'd you find it?
I got it in the garage in Detroit. I think the wheels turned on it, too.
Yeah,
I think they did.
Yeah, they turned. They got a swivel on them.
Whoa.
Well, you could just back it in the garage. That way you wouldn't see it.
It's cool, man. The more you look at it, the more character it's got. I mean, look at the weld back here, man. It's really cool.
You just raised the price on it.
It's just like you, Rick, doing body work.
There, look at that.
Looks pretty good.
That's better than it was, right? The gauge of the metal is really made to stand the test of time. I mean, who knows? Maybe it was made from the steel the actual car was. That's what it feels like.
What do you think?
500.
Let's do it.
We're doing it. I think there's some room on the back end of it. I think it's cool, man. It's definitely from the right time period. It's got the look. A lot of these older pedal cars, when you see them on the ground, they don't look like a child's toy. They look like a miniature of the car itself. It's rough, but it's so cool. We put a little bit of a scratch
on your collection
in the situation, but
that's okay.
You know, that's how it goes.
Okay.
You got the back? Let me straighten the wheels out.
Back.
Frank and I have come across a lot of cars, but not cars like we saw today. Rick saw the importance, the significance of these bubble top cars. He was a visionary, and he saw all of that before anyone else did. So cool. We did it!
Rick, those are some amazing cars you got.
I wish I had the crystal ball you had.
Yeah.
That stuff is awesome.
I'd love to have the guys back. I enjoyed the day with them. It's been a lot of fun.
You ever bust it out and show it? Let us know. We might be in the area.
Come take a look
we can
at
come
it.
by and
I will
take a cruise.
I will
No doubt.
do. Hey, I will do. I have plenty of projects. I just finished my last car that I was building for a customer. And now it's time for me to take and do something for myself.
Roll on, Rick!
Yeah, catch
See
you later!
Now, I wanted to ask you about that bullnose. Typically, most of the bullnoses on signs, they were always missing. This bullnose is a neon piece that was attached to an existing sign. This would have been an ornamentation to the end of the sign, basically. It just you know, set like that.
Yeah.
If you have a flat sign or a vertical sign hanging off a building, that's a square sign, this would give the rounded edge on the end of it. Just a decorator piece. This has got great color on it.
Yeah, I like the colors too, yeah.
It's just an unusual color. I mean, the fact that it's not red or blue, you know, you'd have to find that sign that this went to.
Yeah.
$375.
What about 4? You know, it's porcelain, it's kind of rare.
Yeah, when you find it, you buy it.
Okay, all right. All right, man.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Very cool. All right, 1. Look at that. Oh, yeah.
The hanger! And you got the porcelain
Yeah.
shades
That was
on
probably
each
for a Coke
side.
sign.
Yeah, it's for a Coke sign.
Okay, you want to sell this?
No.
I don't blame you.
If you have a sweaty looking sign, then you need something to hang it on that matches that. The ornamentation on the front of this, the lights where they would have gone. I was just imagining this in my shop already, and he's like, no way, man. I love that he said no way because he knows exactly what it is. He knows that this can turn up the volume on any original sign, and it's not for sale. It's a cool piece. You want to sell this big bastard?
Depends, you know. In the corner, can you see the year?
35.
1935.
Yeah.
Those colors they use in the 30s, yeah.
Yeah. The Coca-Cola sign, everybody typically shies away from the size of it, but these in the last 5 years have demanded some serious dollars.
What's the I would sell it price?
Your comfortable price.
I
This one's got more hits on it.
It does got some bambo jambos.
It's been touched
It's been
up.
touched up. Somebody's touched it up over the years.
They try to save it from rusting. I always take that stuff off. I
Yeah.
always strip it down.
I don't know. Something like that. Probably like 28, something like that.
2,800?
Yeah.
2,800? The fact that this Coca-Cola sign says fountain lunch on it makes it even more desirable, where you could actually go to the drugstore and eat a sandwich and have a fountain drink and have ice cream and pick your prescription up. All those things. Everybody's looking for these signs now. Go ahead.
Pull it.
Hang on, I'm trying to. Here, I got it. Let me slide this down there. There, right there, Mike.
What else you got here?
You got
Sinclair behind that Texaco, I think.
Yeah, you got them stacked up in here like cornwood. Sinclair HC. There it is. 6-foot flying A.
It's double-sided.
Yeah. One thing about collecting gas and oil, it's all about distribution. This was distributed in California. The Associated brand was all over the West Coast. So when you're in the West Coast, what do you buy? The Flying A, but only if you can find it. About on that one.
Make me an offer, I don't know. That's a good one. Double-sided.
$6 grand for the pair.
32 for this, 28 for that.
6,000.
6,000?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, brother. So we gotta
I
pull
got
that
a
out.
freaking almost. Hold it.
It's better to remove.
Hold on, I got it.
You want time to get it out of there?
I got it. Let me know when you're done. Whoa. Oh, no, not done. Ow. I'm done. All right, I'm done.
Push it. Yeah.
I'm done.
I can use the money now, so I have to let it go. You know, I just close my eyes and let it go.
Woo, woo. Dang.
Hey, whenever I can buy a Coke sign from a guy wearing a Coke shirt, I know how hard it is for you to turn loose, man. I know.
Dude.
I love signs, you know.
Juan, do you sell Coke signs very often?
It's the first time because.
Is it the first time you sold a Coke sign? Ever?
Ever?
Yeah, I don't like to sell any Coke signs. I don't think I'm gonna sell any more signs. That's it for today.